We say hello to you, as always, from Aztec Gymnasium here in Tucson, Arizona. Welcome out for this one. It's the ACC-AC home opener for the Pima Community College Aztecs as they take on the Glendale Community College Gauchos. Glendale come in 5-4 on the year, 1-2 in conference play. Last time out, lost to Mesa 62-49, and that was the most amount of points that they let this season. As for Pima Community College, they come in as the number 6 team in the entire country, 8-2 on the year, and 2-0 in conference play. We'll get you the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Gauchos, Ernest Shand, in his 3rd season at the helm of Glendale, sends out Morgan Van Dyke, Delea Madden, Lalora Yazzie, Gloria Hines, and Jackie Rosado. As for Pima, Todd Holthouse in his 18th season at the helm of the Aztecs makes one change from the last time out as he brings in Rain Wall, who had 15 points off the bench. She's starting at point guard, so Lucy Fisher will not start this one for the Aztecs. The rest of the 5 for Pima, it's Kylie Sowers-Miller, Isabella Ivy, Malicia Nelson, and Lucy Land. Going left to right across your screen, the Pima Aztecs in white. Going right to left are the Glendale Gauchos in black and red. Just about set for tip-off, a bit of an earlier one. It's an afternoon tip-off at 2 p.m. local time, wherever you may be tuning in. We appreciate having you on the Aztec Sports Network. I'm Ryan Sirk. I'll be here for this one and the next one as the opening tip is collided and won by Madden. And we are underway from the old Pueblo as Ivy tips this one out of play. Active hands, and we expect to see some pretty good defense in this one. Glendale, as we talked about, only 62 points given up is their most given up this year. Some good ball movement here as they look to take the lead for the opening minutes. As Van Dyke is picked up by Nelson. Pima's defense, on the other hand, is just as good, if not better. Shot clock down to 8 and a travel. Delea Madden took one too many steps on her way to the hoop, and a turnover gives it right back to Pima. And Nelson across the timeline. She had one of the best basketball games you'll see in a Pima uniform. We'll talk more about that as Land eyes one up, goes off the rim. Sowers-Miller collects and scoops it. No, it doesn't fall. Second effort on the rebound doesn't go Pima's way either. Quickly across and racing forward is Yazzie. Nice pass down low and scooped up and through. Delea Madden gives Glendale its first 2 points of the afternoon, and they lead 2-0. Sowers-Miller down low, surrounded by 3, forces one up. Back iron doesn't go. Another rebound for Glendale. Some good looks for Pima early. They just haven't been able to capitalize. And on the opposite side, almost turned over. Madden able to keep it. Some good ball movement, sets up a Van Dyke 3. In and out, rattled around, doesn't go, and Land collects the scraps. Nelson races into the paint. She'll float one up and knock it through. Pima get on the board and tie things up at 2. More fast-paced than we anticipated. Thought this was going to be more of a methodical approach for both teams. But we're going end-to-end to start. 2 minutes played so far, only 2 points scored apiece. Madden inside almost has it tipped away by Nelson. Van Dyke hoists one up. She's fouled by Sowers-Miller, and Morgan Van Dyke will head to the charity stripe. First foul of the ball game goes against Pima and goes against Sowers-Miller. Morgan Van Dyke, a 5'6" sophomore, knocks down the first and gives Glendale an early lead right back. Second one wastes no time, and she knocks it through as well. 2-point lead for Glendale. Nelson finds a wide open Sowers-Miller, and she collects her first 2 points of the afternoon and ties things up at 4. Coach Holthouse telling his side what he wants on defense. Says 2, and it looks like a zone for the Aztecs, a 2-3 zone, that is. Inside the painted area, just outside, and floated up and good. Jackie Rosado, who is the leading scorer for Glendale this year, averages just over 13 points per game. Waugh has it stolen away by Van Dyke, and she'll slow things down, let the rest of her team regroup up front. Fisher to check in at the next stoppage for Pima. This zone really sets up three-point shots, and from the left wing, that's knocked down. LaLaura Yazzie gives Glendale a 5-point advantage, 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Waugh tries to answer, and tres puntos for Rain Waugh, who answers immediately. We thought this was going to be a defensive battle. It's anything but at the moment. Some good offensive display from both sides. All the way around the perimeter. Again, this 2-3 zone from Pima allows Glendale to set up shot from beyond the arc, but as a team, shooting just 18% this season. Stolen away by Waugh. She'll drive in, back outside. Nelson to take the lead. All three of them. Alicia Nelson puts Pima ahead for the first time. 10-9, 4 minutes played. Some good ball movement from Pima to set that one up. It was stolen by Sowers Miller. Waugh found a wide open Nelson, and she made no mistake about it. Waugh steals it again. She'll run transition, float it up, doesn't fall. Rebound goes to Isabella Ivy in a fight for possession. Foul called against Delia Madden. First foul against Glendale. Still just a 1-point lead for Pima, and Fisher can check in for Waugh. .5:54 to go in the opening quarter, and immediately Lucy Fisher is called into action with a nice pass from Nelson. A bad pass from Yazzie ends up out of play, and Pima can take over immediately. It was once 9-4 Glendale, now it's 12-9 Pima. An 8-0 run for the Aztecs, who look to add on to that. Fisher wide open from the mid-range. Too strong, Nelson with the board, and she knocks it through. 10-point run, a 10-0 run for Pima. Cross-court pass. Glendale need to take the lid off the basket if they are to make things a bit closer, as Madden with the stutter step hoisted it up, but it does not fall. Pima in transition once more. Next dead ball will result in immediate timeout. Ball down low, and we do get that stoppage as Nelson couldn't find Fisher, and a turnover sends us to our first break. 14-9 Pima with 4:54 to go in the opening quarter. You're listening to Pima Women's Basketball on the Aztec Sports Network.
Testing out his skills in robotics, Alex Phillips is a little envious he wasn't able to learn his trade at Pima Community College's new advanced manufacturing facility.
This is sort of what I would imagine the sort of facilities that like MIT has almost.
Phillips, who recently graduated from Pima, is checking out the new state-of-the-art amenities. Advanced equipment will be offered to students who are interested in automated industrial technology, computer-aided design, machining, and welding programs. This Center of Excellence has also impressed the local employers looking to hand-select Pima students to build their technology.
It makes us happy to come together with our students to show that manufacturing in this next century is a bright new future.
Phillips is so impressed that he wants to enroll at Pima again.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's an incredible facility. I've never seen anything like it before in my life.
For more information, visit the web address on.
Welcome back courtside to the Aztec Gymnasium. It's 14-9 Pima with 4:54 to go in the opening quarter. Alicia Nelson, who can really do it all on the basketball court, has 7 early points. And last time out against South Mountain, flirted with a quadruple double. She had 11 points, 13 assists, 13 rebounds, and 7 steals. Back onto the court, Van Dyke hoists one up from 3, left it short, and the long rebound ends up into touch, and Pima will take over. The 5 out there for the Aztecs. Adaya Chi checks in for the first time. She's out there with Malicia Nelson, Lucy Land, Lucy Fisher, and Isabella Ivy. So Fisher operating as the center. Chi finds Ivy. Land, straightaway 3. Left it short. Long rebound again. Back to Land, and she'll commit a loose ball foul against Jackie Rosado. Sowers Miller comes back in. She'll replace Land. And the 5 out there for the Gauchos, it's Van Dyke along with Cynthia Tewsbury, who's got the basketball now. Out there as well, Gloria Hines, Jackie Rosado, who we just mentioned, and Delia Madden. She pump fakes, drives baseline, forced back by Nelson. Tewsbury inside, high floater, too strong off the backboard, and rebound Sowers Miller. 4 minutes to play in the opening stanza. Nelson operates as the director, finds Sowers Miller, missed the first one, makes the second. Pima ended the opening 5 minutes on a 10-0 scoring run. Now they balloon that up to a 12-0 scoring run. Glendale have struggled from three-point, but this one falls from Delia Madden. 16-12, and that ends the 12-0 scoring run from Pima. Ivy thought about the long 3. This time it's Chi. Good perimeter defense here from the Gauchos. Pima really wants to get the ball on the interior, but nobody down there just yet. Fisher gets position, so does Nelson. Shot clock winds down to 5. Chi from 3, in and out. Rebound tipped by Sowers Miller into the hands of Fisher, and a block shot ends up out of play. Glendale take over. 4-point game still in the early portions as Nevaeh Urenda checks in for the first time. She replaces Isabella Ivy. Quickly across the Aztec logo, stolen away by Nelson. She'll operate in the paint and travel on her way through. Tewsbury trots up the court. 2:30 remaining in the opening quarter. Still that 2-3 zone for Pima. Tough jumper. Rosado way too strong. Nelson orchestrates the offense. Fisher has it stolen away. Van Dyke quickly races towards Sowers Miller and one. Morgan Van Dyke turned on the jets and blew past Sowers Miller to float it high off the glass and has a chance at one more. Waugh comes in for Sowers Miller. That's her second personal foul. Van Dyke cashes in from the free throw line. Chi wide open from the left wing. Rolls it through and immediately answers that three-point play. 4-point game again. Still 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Chi steals it from Madden. 2-on-1. Chi will go herself and have it tipped and stolen away by Tewsbury. Now it's a 3-on-2 for Glendale. Three-pointer underway from Rosado. Too strong. Tipped around still. And rebounded again by Glendale. Second chance opportunity as Rosado hits the deck. Whistle blows as Tewsbury carried. And Pima will come the other way. And we do have the chat available to you if you want to interact with me or your fellow fans. All I ask is that you are respectful in the Aztec Sports Network chat to both sides. 90 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Chi, straight away 3, gets it to fall. She's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. Her second, she's got 6. Van Dyke tries to answer, and she does. Glendale came in struggling from 3, just 18% as a team. But here they are knocking them down as Chi tried to catch fire, but it's fanned out. 4-point game, a minute to play in the first. Half court set from Glendale. Van Dyke to the baseline. Nice pass. An extra pass to Tewsbury. Too strong. Van Dyke collects another offensive board. Coach Shan telling his team reset. Shot clock again down to single digits. Rosado from the free throw line. Might have been tipped. Doesn't go anyway. 2 seconds separate the shot clock and the game clock. Urenda works baseline, floats it up, blocked by Rosado. Shot clock goes dark, and Glendale can hold for the final shot, and that's what they're going to do. Kinsey, nice pass. Rosado gets a step, floats it up, doesn't fall, but she is bumped and will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. It goes against Lucy Fisher, her first personal. That's the 4th on Pima. Next foul would result in Glendale in the bonus, but only 9.5 seconds to go in the opening quarter. We mentioned Jackie Rosado earlier. She's a 5'9" freshman from Gilbert. Leads the team in scoring at 13, but only averages 48% from the free throw line. She missed one, so she should make the second, and she does. 3-point game. 6 to play in the opening quarter. Got to go quickly, and it's loaded up and through by Fisher, and that is how the opening quarter comes to an end. A high-scoring quarter, 24-19. We'll be back in about a minute for more Pima basketball on the Aztec Sports Network.
From kicks and blocks to head bumps and hitting the books, sophomore Gabby Amparano has proven to be an all-academic athlete at Pima Community College.
I just felt super accomplished.
Playing since she was just 4 years old, Gabby is now on the women's soccer team at Pima, all while maintaining a 4.0 GPA.
I'm not surprised, I will say. I knew she was a good student coming in.
I would come home from practices at night and just making sure all my assignments were done.
There are 74 all-academic athletes from 13 different teams. And that is a record for Pima Community College. Pima basketball shooting guard Cooper Jones.
10 minutes down, 30 to go. And the second quarter starts now as Kalia Gonzalez operates as the point guard for Pima. The 5 out there for the Aztecs. Urenda sends it out of play. So we'll reset those 5 for the Aztecs. It's Gonzalez, Urenda, Waugh, Fisher, and Chi. 5-point game after Fisher beat the buzzer to end the opening quarter. 3-pointers have gone down really at will for both teams as Yazzie with a nice pass. Wide open mid-range jumper for Van Dyke, touches nylon, and it's back to a one-possession game. Gonzalez races forward. Waugh then gets into the paint, and on her way through, she's bumped, and the first foul of the second quarter is blown against Glendale. A pair of starters return for Pima. It's Isabella Ivy and Malicia Nelson, who replaces Adaya Chi and Nevea Urenda. Gonzalez triggers the inbound to Waugh, who has her shot blocked in between 4 gauchos, muscles her way up and extends it back up to 5, the lead for Pima. Not an easy finish whatsoever. Waugh giving up some height down low, just uses her force and her will to get that one through. 60 seconds played here in the second quarter. Good ball movement here from Glendale, but they're running out of time with 7 to play on the shot clock. Van Dyke, it's all the way down to 2. Someone's got to hoist it up, and they do, and a foul called as Gloria Hines will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. 1 foul on each team in the opening minute. Morgan Van Dyke steps aside for the first time. She's the only player in double figures with 10. A pair of three-pointers and one opportunity is the reason why. And the first free throw is off the mark from Hines. And Gloria Hines, a 5'10 sophomore from Glendale, shoots 67% from the stripe. Missed the first, missed the second. A squandered opportunity there from the Gauchos to cut into the deficit. And a chance here for Pima to inflate that lead even further. Wall from the corner, high arcing three, left a little short, but Gonzalez originally got the rebound before it's poked into the hands of Yazzie, who is fouled by Nelson as she crossed the timeline. Glendale will have to trigger the reset. Pima has gone back to a man-to-man defense instead of that 2-3 zone that we saw in the first quarter. A screen from Yazzie. She gets it on the pick and roll. Madden, defended by Nelson, tries to drive inside on Nelson, who steals it away. Across the Aztec logo, an opportunity for a transition three. Ivy too strong. Fight for the rebound. Wall gets it and will head to the free throw line to shoot two. We haven't seen as many points in the opening 2 minutes as we saw in the opening period. Some better defense, but some more missed shots has allowed both teams to really get physical down low to try to out-rebound the other, as Wall gets the first one to fall. Against South Mountain, 15 points, 6 rebounds off the bench. She averages 13. She gets the start for Coach Holthouse's side. Second one is good as well. A lead up to 7 for the Aztecs. Fisher tried to jump in front of the pass to Barcelo, who finds Rosado on the left wing. She drives inside on Nelson, and a jump ball possession arrow favors Glendale, so they'll keep it for now, but possession arrow now flips back over to Pima. Next jump ball will be Aztec ball. Hines to restart play. Rosado again hounded by Nelson, picks up her dribble. Barcelo's cross-court pass. Shot clock winded down. It's stolen away anyway by Kalia Gonzalez. Nelson up ahead. Finds Gonzalez again. Pump fake up ahead. Madden blocked it. Wall got the offensive board but blew the bunny. And a foul called against Lucy Fisher. That's her second personal foul, the third team foul, with 7:07 still to go in the second quarter.
Checking back in for the Aztecs, number 35, Lucy
Land comes in for Fisher, so one Lucy replaces the other. Full court press being applied by Pima, but now they're back off after the inbound is collected by Lalora Yazzie. Another turnover and another steal for Pima. Nelson, the leaner, off back iron, tipped out of play by Malicia, and Glendale take the ball back. 30-second timeout called by Glendale. Will take a quick 30-second break. And in fact, they'll stretch this one into the media timeout, so we'll be back in about a minute on the Aztec Sports Network.
Automotive is more than just a place to buy a car. Our commitment goes beyond the showroom floor. We're dedicated to giving back to the community that has embraced us. From supporting local schools to participating in neighborhood cleanups, We're invested in making Tucson better for everyone. Because without the community around us, without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you for supporting us all these years. Chapman Automotive.
(28-21), Pima with the lead. Glendale with the basketball with 6:44 to go before halftime. Full court press almost got to Glendale, but Yazzie able to cross in time. Barcelo just inside the three-point line, left it short. Rebound fought for and collected by Rosado. Second chance opportunity to set up the offense once more for the Gauchos. Stolen away, though, by Nelson. 2-on-2 opportunity, land slow trailer. Nelson will keep it herself. Nice pass inside, but unfortunately, Jolie Nelson couldn't deliver. The five out there on the floor for Pima. It's Malicia Nelson, Jolie Nelson, Lucy Land, Isabella Ivy, and Kalia Gonzalez. As for Glendale, the five out there for the Gauchos, it's Yazzie, Hines, Barcelo, Rosado, and Madden. After an offensive foul and a moving screen goes against Delea Madden. 5:50 to go before halftime. Nelson slowly crosses and operates as the quarterback this possession. On to her left. Too strong on the scoop and score. And Land hits the deck. A fight for the basketball with Rosado. Jump ball. Possession arrow for the Aztecs. Pretty good crowd on hand on a Saturday afternoon. Game 1 of 2. Doubleheader between both Pima and Glendale. First the women, second the men. We'll have more of that on the Aztec Sports Network. Ivy. Now it's Nelson. Shot clock winds down again, down to 7. Jolie Nelson eyes one up. Rolled around the rim, doesn't go. Malicia Nelson pokes it out of play, and Glendale will come the opposite direction. Halfway through the second period. Madden behind the back, inside, hounding defense from Gonzalez. Madden somehow got to the dish, no whistle, and Pima come the other way. And here's Nelson. She'll hit that one too strong. Land gets the board, though, floated up, no good. Tipped out of play by Rosado, and Pima will keep it on the baseline. Tegan Martin comes in for the first time. The 5'8 freshman from Flagstaff replaces Kalia Gonzalez. Jolie Nelson triggers the inbound all the way to the backcourt to Malicia Nelson. Martin back outside. Ivy for 3. She gets it to fall. Nothing but nylon from Isabella Ivy, and it's the first double-digit lead from either side. Glendale has really cooled off here in the second period. Van Dyke gets the rebound after Madden missed the leaner. Foul goes against Jolie Nelson, and to trigger the inbound is Van Dyke. Nice pass down low. Rosado's not going to miss many of those. It's an 8-point game. 4 minutes to play in the quarter. Next foul from Pima will give Glendale free throws and into the bonus. Nelson thought about the three. Land wants it down low. From way downtown, it doesn't fall for Isabella Ivy. Yazzie, hounded by Ivy. She's still got it, forced to pick up her dribble though. Nice cut from Van Dyke, but she's poked from behind by Nelson. Shot clock winds down again, stolen by Ivy. 2-on-2, make it 3-on-2 for Pima. Land collects too strong, but a foul called against Madden. And Lucy Land heads to the free throw line to shoot two. Substitution for Glendale as Ania Halafuka comes in for the first time, the redshirt sophomore from Provo, Utah. And as for Pima, Wall comes back in for Jolie Nelson. Land, the 5'10 sophomore from Yucaipa, California, knocks down the first. A chance to go back up by 10, which is the largest lead of the game for either side. Second one doesn't go, however. Yanessa Barcelo with the rebound, and Laura Yazzie operates as the PG. Good ball movement, almost a travel. Instead, the pass goes to Halafuka, who hits iron, and Land collects yet another board. Rejected on the opposite side by Barcelo, and Pima will keep it, however, on the baseline. Nelson looks for Waugh and finds her. Mid-range jumper, too strong. Land, however, gets another rebound, forces her way to the cup. And it catapults off into the hands of Van Dyke, who will make the long trek all the way to the opposite side to shoot two free throws. Next foul will give Pima free throws, but at the moment, Glendale into the bonus and will shoot two free throws every time they're fouled for the final 2:42 of the second quarter. Van Dyke leads all scorers and cuts the deficit down to 8. She's at 11 points on the afternoon. Second one is off, however. Her first missed free throw in 5 attempts, 4 of 5 in the ball game for Morgan Van Dyke. Ivy, nice pass. Martin wide open from 3. It's there. Another three-pointer falls for Pima, who ballooned their lead up to 11. Tegan Martin with her first 3 points of the ball game. Hakafuka tries to answer short and catapults off the backboard and the rim. Wall with the rebound. Nelson across the logo. Give and go from Nelson, and Wall finds another three-point attempt from Martin. Short this time. Nelson rebound, puts it back up, floats it, no. Third chance doesn't go either. Yet another chance for Pima to score some points this trip down the floor. A nice pass from Ivy, wide open Wall. And the lead up to 13 for Pima. 100 seconds to play in the opening half. Pump fake and nice move to the bucket. Yanessa Barcelo cuts the deficit back down to 11. Around the horn go the Aztecs. Ivy picks up her dribble but is able to find Martin. Back across the horn they go. Missed dribble from Nelson though as she cross-court passes. Now inside, Land. Shot clock down to 3. Something's got to give. Jump ball. Possession arrow gives it right back to Glendale. Gonzalez checks in for Nelson. 56 on the timer. Seconds, that is, as Van Dyke looks to inbound. So Pima go with a full court pressure before the inbound is triggered. Then they drop back off. It is a man-to-man defense for the Aztecs. Halafuka inside. Back dribble doesn't fall. Second effort doesn't go either. Land with the board. 6 seconds separate the two clocks. Euro step to the hoop. Gonzalez can't finish the layup. And a foul goes against Was, who again, another long trek across the court. That's got to frustrate Coach Holthouse when you just give away free opportunities on the opposite side of the court. You've got Glendale on one side, and then one ticky-tack foul goes the opposite direction. That's also the second personal foul on Rain Waugh. And she is replaced by Joy Hunt. A chance to cut it back down to single digits, and it's in and out from Yazzie. Yazzie shoots 53% from the stripe and knocks down 50% this time around. It is still a double-digit lead for Pima, who can hold for the final shot with the shot clock dead. Gonzalez. 10 seconds. Martin at the charity stripe. Picks it up. 5 seconds. And they'll say 5 seconds in the paint against Lucy Land. And it gives it right back to Glendale, who can now hold for the final shot. But not quite. They'll give it right back to Pima. Untouched, so a baseline inbound for Pima. And a timeout called from Coach Holthouse, who can draw up a play in the final 5.4. It was a use it or lose it timeout, so he'll use it and set up a potential three-point shot, maybe an opportunity right at the cup. Wouldn't be surprised if Sowers Miller comes in for this possession. Gives Pima a threat right at the dish, but it doesn't look like it, just based off what we see in the huddle. A good chance to thank our sponsor for tonight's or this afternoon's broadcast. That's Chapman Automotive Group, a proud partner of all things Pima athletics, whether it's soccer, basketball, or baseball that's coming up shortly. A proud partner of all things Pima athletics. Back onto the hardwood, 5.4 to go before halftime. Sowers Miller's not out there, so we'll see where Pima go with the basketball. It's tipped back out of play. 4.5 left. Glendale really denying easy baskets at the rim. An opportunity from beyond the arc, not quite. As it's rolled around, whistle blows, buzzer sounds, and that concludes the opening 20 minutes. We'll take a break, come back with some halftime stats, and get you set for the second half of action between Pima and Glendale. Score at the break, 37-27 Pima on the Aztec Sports Network.
Coming up on December 29th, 30th.
Now we're going to switch it over here to Tower. Holding short 2-3, ready for departure. Okay, ready for takeoff.
She's the world's first armless pilot, and now Pima Community College graduate Jessica Cox aims to make her unusual feat an everyday practice for others like her. No pun intended.
I have had a drive since the day I was born. I've always been the type that if someone says you can't, well, I will say, watch me, I can.
Level out.
This is wonderful.
Jessica, who can only fly an air coupe from the 1940s with her feet up high, has a new rig. called the Impossible Airplane. And she's looking to Pima's aviation technology program.
Where are you in this whole thing? Like, what's your vision?
To help it come to life.
You can kind of see some of the mechanisms down here and what we can...
Pima aviation instructor Adrian Snellgrove goes over the plans for this simulated aircraft with Jessica. He'll pull in Pima students to help design something to change the lives of disabled people who could only dream about flying a plane.
We've been having some of the students come and utilize the sheet metal skills that they've been learning in their AVM 105 class to be able to utilize that on an actual structured aircraft.
I think that at minimum, this is going to launch an inclusive design mindset.
What's so fascinating about this prototype is that they're working on accommodating people who don't have any arms. And for Jessica, she prefers to fly with her bare feet.
I've been able to succeed using my feet where hands would go, but not in a very comfortable way. So I have limitations on how long I can fly with my feet up high where hands and arms would go. For one, I could get a Charlie horse, my foot can fall asleep.
With a newly modified plane, Jessica hopes to inspire youngsters to, well, you know, follow in her footsteps.
So we can take children with disabilities in the back seat with their parents. And I could be flying the plane, also with the option of a safety pilot to show that it is possible to fly a plane with a disability.
For now, Jessica will showcase her new plane as Grand Marshal at the Rodeo Parade in Tucson on February 23rd. She also has a nonprofit organization to help people with disabilities live their dreams, including flying a plane.
I've been so blessed, and just to show the world that if you give someone an opportunity, you support them, they can do wonderful things, all abilities. Oh, there you go!
This is Sherry Gyro reporting.
It just kind of opened up my world to see what I want to do in the future.
What this program has done for me has definitely shaped me into the person I am today.
People start to grow, and you can see instantly. That's very rewarding.
I'm hoping to take everything I, get here at Pima on with me for the rest of my life. My name is Brene. I'm an art student here at Pima. I'm working on a self-portrait right now. I'm kind of a familiar face. I've been in and out of the ceramic studio for the past couple years. I've gotten lots of opportunities here. The instructors know me pretty well. These instructors are, some of them are, world renowned. They're little gems here in the desert.
I'm Hiro Tashima. I teach ceramics here at Pima since 1999. Some people never touched the clay before, having a hard time, constructing some kind of things. And then at the end of the semester, oh, you did this, that's amazing, So that's kind of, you can see the great result in one semester. It's very nice. Yeah.
I was going through a really tough time in my life. I didn't know how to express or use my voice in any type of way. So I asked any friend that I could, because I didn't have much money at the time, to get me any of their pants. And I was just going through everything and just seeing what all this denim has been through, every single pair of pants people have worn, It's definitely, kind of an eye-opener that we all go through similar things. I'm Brittany Newell, and I am a fashion design student. I have always been into fashion since I was a child. To describe the arts program here at Pima, I feel like there's so many opportunities and just so many good, a lot of guidance, I want to say. From any instructor I've ever had, I've got the best guidance. When I saw my final piece, just rocking out on that runway, the best way I can describe it is I felt resilient.
Anything I wanna be, I got freedom on repeat. Don't change, please, 'cause I love it just like this.
I'm John Swartz. I play percussion, so everything back there. I think the arts program here at Pima allows students like me to express themselves in ways that you can't really do in everyday life. I chose Pima because it's a smaller environment to jump right into right after high school. I knew from early on that music was going to be a big part of my life. It definitely makes me emotional sometimes because I'll just be sitting in class and sometimes when something clicks, it's like, oh wow, that's like, this is music, and I get to experience it firsthand. The instructors are really nice and they can really help you along with your journey throughout this art program.
It's a very affordable system that we have here.
It's definitely more of an emotional thing as well. It can help you mentally, physically, creatively.
I really feel like I belong here. I feel the most myself that I've felt my whole life.
Keep it light, moving forward, okay?
Good. So you play in one boat.
Back inside the Aztec Gymnasium, I'm Ryan Cirk. It's currently halftime with 6 minutes to go before the start of the second half. We'll run down some of the stats from the opening 20 minutes. Morgan Van Dyke from Glendale led all scorers with 11 points. As for Pima, Rain Wall with 9. And really two discrepancies between the first quarter and the second quarter. There was a lot of scoring in the first, not too much in the second. That's because both Glendale, they shot 46% in the first quarter. Pima shot 53% in the opening quarter. Then second period comes along. Glendale shoots just 33%, made just 3 shots, 3 field goals in the second 10 minutes. As for Pima, they only made 4 field goals in the second 10 minutes, shooting just 25%. Again, score at the half, 37-27. We've got 5 minutes to go before the final 20 minutes. So 20 minutes down, 20 minutes to go. We'll be back with more play-by-play and the final 20 minutes right after these messages on the Aztec Sports Network.
In Tucson, thousands face the daily struggle of homelessness. Oscar Casillas was just another face in the crowd, down and out, lost and alone. But hope was on the menu for Oscar. He took part in the Pima Start program, and now he's a chef.
Money motivated,
Got a job, I got my own place, you know, I started a family now.
The Pima Start program is a lifeline for people like Oscar. A partnership between Pima Community College and the homeless shelter Gospel Rescue Mission, it provides essential training and support to help people rebuild their lives.
It gave me that passion to want to cook, because I didn't really like cooking that much. I was, you know, going through a lot of hard times, but yeah, it made me feel good about myself.
The end result was a recipe for success. Oscar graduated from Pima, much to the delight of his instructor, Chef Daryl Wong.
Definitely he's progressed from where he was before to where he is now, and he is a productive individual.
Put it right there.
And then figure out 2 inches.
Chef Wong has been with the Pima Start program since it launched in 2022. He's been working diligently ever since to make sure those victorious achievements keep coming.
It's our way of actually outreaching to our public and our community, and to actually help people gain work skills.
Along with culinary arts, Gospel Rescue Mission guests can also choose to upskill or reskill in information technology, building and construction, or obtain a Class A commercial driver's license.
That guy's right there is your slope.
Guest Jesse Smith wants to become a plumber.
The program's pretty decent. It actually gets you off the street, helps you get work.
And Kevin Conley is polishing his expertise in the IT field.
It's very difficult being homeless. Being out of work and not being able to generate my own income, have my own place, you know, just build my own life. This is giving me an opportunity to get back to that.
The program depends on the support of generous donors. Because of their contributions, hundreds of Tucsonans have been lifted off the streets into a better life.
Made me feel loved, I guess, again. Made me feel like, you know, like I'm not alone. You know, I'm not alone. It just like opened the doors to, you know, positive things in my life. There you have it. Bon appetit. Hope you guys enjoy.
You know you could get in trouble for that. Oh my God.
From kicks and blocks to head bumps and hitting the books, sophomore Gabby Amparano has proven to be an all-academic athlete at Pima Community College.
I just felt super accomplished.
Playing since she was just 4 years old, Gabby is now on the women's soccer team at Pima, all while maintaining a 4.0 GPA.
I'm not surprised, I will say. I knew she was a good student coming in.
I would come home from practices at night and just making sure all my assignments were done.
There are 74 all-academic athletes from 13 different teams. And that is a record for Pima Community College. Pima basketball shooting guard Cooper Jones has also joined the all-academic athlete ranks as the top male player with a high GPA.
All the hard work I put in off the court is paying off, so it's nice.
If you have any questions about academics or tutoring or getting help, ask Cooper.
If it wasn't for you, bro, I would not have passed my classes last year.
Locked you in, baby.
Gabby, Cooper, and their coaches have some advice for players to keep the trend going.
Knowing your priorities and that you're already like on top of everything with your scheduling and time management.
We strive as a team to do the best we can in the classroom.
It takes focus and stamina.
My dad always told me to put school first, so I mean, it's always at the top of my mind.
Back inside the Aztec Gymnasium, and we're ready for the third 10-minute period between Pima and Glendale. Pima start with the lead and the basketball as Sowers Miller works inside the painted area. Back outside Land. It's a long two, in and out, popped out before Sowers Miller gets the rebound. Somehow it doesn't go down. Rebounded away by Hines. Yazzie able to find Hines. It's the starters for both sides back out there on the floor. For Pima, that's Sowers Miller, Nelson, Ivy, Waugh, and Land, as this one is poked through. In fact, for Glendale, Kinsey is out there along with Van Dyke, who just beats the buzzer and cuts the deficit back down to single digits. A minute played here in the third. Nelson, inside Land from the elbow. Back iron, long rebound. Van Dyke somehow evades the long arm of Land before it goes the opposite direction, in and out. Blocked away by Nelson. Van Dyke fights with Nelson for possession. Pass goes up the floor. What's going on? Foul called, and it was all kinds of chaos is the best way to describe that. But it just shows how much this win means to both sides. And here's a fun fact for you if you're a Pima fan, and a not-so-fun fact for you if you're a Glendale fan. Glendale has not beaten Pima in women's basketball since January 31st of 2018. That game ended 77-73 Gauchos, and Sowers Miller collects and lays it up and in. That's what Pima really need to go back to. We haven't seen that too often, where Sowers Miller's wide open in her sweet spot. But the Glendale defense that we talked about in the pregame has really shown out. Long two off the heel, rebound goes to Nelson. She fires from the mid-range. She gets her own miss, though. Sowers Miller wants it, won't get it. Nelson keeps it, doesn't fall again, gets her own miss again, and heads to the free throw line to shoot two. Nelson might be creeping back up towards a triple-double again. In that first half, she ended with 7 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds, and she just got 2 rebounds that time down the floor. So she's closer to a triple-double, and she also had 3 steals, so really stuffing the stat sheet as she did against South Mountain. Last year when these two teams played against each other, they played each other 3 times, and Pima, as we know, swept in Glendale 67-47, 59-20, and 66-46. So every game just about decided by 20 points or so. And a travel on the exchange as Alex Kinsey tried to just dish it off to Rosado. And it's turned over. Sowers Miller wants it, she gets it, and too strong on the finish, but Fisher gets the rebound, then Waugh gets the rebound. Still, Pima cannot buy a bucket at the dish. Wide open 3 the opposite way. Rosado rattles it through. Jackie Rosado, just an 8% three-point shooter, but she's got 2 tonight. Fisher from the mid-range doesn't fall either. Sowers Miller hits the deck, comes off her fingertips, and Glendale the other way. There's just some kind of invisible force blocking Pima right inside the paint that we just haven't seen this season. Pima shoots so poorly from the painted area. Van Dyke straightaway 3. Off the right side, Sowers Miller clears. KSM inside, and she's fouled on her way to the hoop. Rosado whistled for the personal. That's the third team foul against Glendale. Still no fouls against Pima here in the third. First two free throws for Sowers Miller this afternoon. She's been pretty quiet offensively. She gets the first one to drop. Lead back up to double digits for the Aztecs. And Sowers Miller is actually from Glendale, so kind of facing off against her local community college. 11-point lead for Pima. Behind the back goes Yazzie. She's inside, rejected by Ivy. Ivy stands at just 5'6", but she can get up there and send shots into orbit. The inbound triggered by Van Dyke ends up into the seats. Glendale struggling to get points against this tenacious Pima defense. Sowers Miller doesn't get the mid-range, but again, another rebound for Nelson. She then finds Fisher, who's rejected, and finally, and I mean that, Pima get points inside the paint. Maybe that will open the floodgates for the Aztecs inside. Wall with the steal. 2-on-2, but Wall will beat everyone to the hoop and flush it through with the easy layup. Another loose ball. And a whistle blown. 5:22 to play in the third quarter. Third personal foul against Lucy Fisher, though. Sowers Miller with a steal. She'll run the fast break and force her way up to the hoop before bodies collide and hit the deck. And Sowers Miller will head back with an all-expense-paid trip to the free throw line. It's a 15-point lead for Pima, which is the largest of the game. Sowers Miller, a reigning All-American. And reigning ACC Player of the Year, misses the first. She has been tenacious on the glass. Second one is good. Van Dyke's inbound almost stolen away, but Yazzie emerges from the pack. The next dead ball will result in a media timeout. Van Dyke tells everyone where they need to go. Gets the handoff from Kinsey. Pass down low, finds Madden temporarily before it ends up on the baseline and sends us to the third period media timeout. 48-32, which is the largest lead of the game for Pima with 4:51 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back on the Aztec Sports Network.
Automotive is more than just a place to buy a car. Our commitment goes beyond the showroom floor. We're dedicated to giving back to the community that has embraced us. From supporting local schools to participating in neighborhood cleanups, we're invested in making Tucson better for everyone. Because without the community around us, without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you for supporting us all these years. Chapman Automotive.
4:51 to play in the third quarter, 48-32, the Pima lead. Next foul from Glendale as well will put Pima into the bonus, which could only inflate the lead, really. And Nelson across the logo. She still has it, but not anymore as Yazzie steals it away. 3-on-2 break for the Gauchos, and I guess a jump step allows Yazzie to float it in off the glass. Lucy Fisher straightaway three. Too strong. Sowers Miller able to collect the board. She then works the baseline, forces it up, blocked away by Rosado before a foul called as Van Dyke got up the floor. Fisher with her fourth personal foul. Some big eyes from Coach Holthouse after seeing it was her fourth. And she's bound to check out at the next stoppage for Lucy Land. And hopefully for her, she doesn't foul this possession. Yazzie. Van Dyke off her knee into play, or out of play as Land comes in for Fisher. Sowers Miller with a long two. Last home game against Park University junior varsity team, she was really strong from the mid-range. She's been trying to really incorporate that into her game. Just so far today, it hasn't gone her way, but she is inside the paint with an offensive board. And Pima with a half century in points. Lead by 16 once more. Madden directs traffic. Good ball movement. Van Dyke behind the back, works in on Nelson. Rejected by Malicia Nelson. That'll set up a transition opportunity for the Aztecs. Nelson still behind the back pass. Sowers Miller doesn't finish, gets the rebound and is fouled in the act of shooting. And will head back to the free throw line. Whether it was in the act of shooting or not, it's still two free throws for Sowers Miller because Pima is now in the bonus for the final 2:52 of the quarter. And it has to be mentioned, Malicia Nelson might have eyes in the back of her head just with the way that she's been able to find open teammates for easy opportunities at the rim. She doesn't get an assist this time down the floor, but she set up these two free throws for Kylie Sowers Miller, who makes both and balloons the lead up to the largest of the game, 18 points. Sowers Miller with the steal. She'll operate as the point guard. Nelson has Ivy to her right. Didn't see her this time. We'll keep it for the time being. Does find Gonzalez all the way across the court, and she swirls it through. Kalia Gonzalez puts Pima up by 21 and forces Glendale to call a timeout. Just a 30-second timeout, 55-34, and Pima has really turned it on in the second half of this period. It took a while for Pima to take the lid off the basket, especially from inside the arc. As we take a look deeper inside the numbers, Kylie Sowers Miller leads Pima in scoring with 13. And we mentioned how Nelson was kind of flirting with another triple-double. She's at 9 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists in the game. Could easily have more assists had they not resulted in fouls or missed shots. So we'll be keeping an eye on that when she does get the triple-double. If she does get the trip-dub, you'll be the first to know. 2:33 to go in the third quarter, 55-34. And Van Dyke able to find an easy outlet pass to Hines. All the way around the world go the Gauchos. Madden has it poked from behind and swatted out by Sowers Miller. Off the inbound, it doesn't fall. Ivy gets the long rebound. She'll orchestrate the offense. Gonzalez. Here's Nelson. She's inside, floated up, doesn't go. Blocking foul, and Nelson will head to the free throw line. Fouls have really piled up here for Glendale in this second half, more specifically in this third quarter. 1:59 to go, and this is already the 7th team foul. And the 4th foul against Delea Madden. So she's back on the bench for the time being. Fisher with 2 fouls, or 4 fouls, and Madden with 4 fouls. Nelson up to double digits in points. She's at 10. And swells the lead up to 22. Make it 23. Van Dyke up ahead. Three-pointer falls down for number 3, Cynthia Tewsbury. A 100 seconds remain in the third quarter. Nelson finds land. She thought about answering the 3. Instead, Gonzalez. Nice pass inside Sowers. Miller on the fadeaway doesn't go. 4 on 3 for Glendale. Inside bump. Travel. Yazzie on the turnover, and Coach Ernest Shand can't believe that was not a foul. Nelson doesn't get the handoff from Sowers Miller. Instead, Gonzalez inside. Back outside is Ivy. Too strong. Nelson rebound, floated back up and through. Right place, right time, and right person, who now has a double-double in points and rebounds. Still needs 3 assists for that triple. 60 seconds to go before the third period intermission, as Sowers Miller gets the rebound and floated up like a cornerback. Tewsbury intercepts. And on the sideline, Tewsbury runs out of room and gives it back to Pima. Sowers Miller down low. Gonzalez was open, unable to find her though, and missed away. Nelson hounds Rosado. And a foul called against Nelson, just the 3rd team foul. And the 3rd on Nelson as Joy Hunt comes in for Sowers Miller. Shot clock is dark. Nelson up ahead. Ivy. She is rejected from behind by Van Dyke. Still an opportunity for Glendale before it's poked out of play by Nelson, who was robbed of yet another assist on a fantastic chase down block from Van Dyke as Nelson steps aside for the final 7.4. Yazzie races inside. Urenda gets the rebound and runs out of time. Pima with a commanding 22-point lead after what was a marvelous third quarter that really saw Pima take this 22-point lead. It was a 10-point lead to start. Now it's a 22-point lead as we flip the script over to the 4th and be back in a minute on the Aztec Sports Network.
Test Testing out his skills in robotics, Alex Phillips is a little envious he wasn't able to learn his trade at Pima Community College's new advanced manufacturing facility.
This is sort of what I would imagine the sort of facilities that like MIT has almost.
Phillips, who recently graduated from Pima, is checking out the new state-of-the-art amenities. Advanced equipment will be offered to students who are interested in automated industrial technology, computer-aided design, machining, and welding programs. This Center of Excellence has also impressed the local employers looking to hand-select Pima students to build their technology.
It makes us happy to come together with our students to show that manufacturing in this next century is a bright new future.
Phillips is so impressed that he wants to enroll at Pima again.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's an incredible facility. I've never seen anything like it before in my life.
For more information, visit the web address on
Fourth quarter starts now, and Glendale have a mountain to climb if they are to stop this Pima offense that really got it going in that third quarter. Get you the 5 for both sides as this one rattles through for Jackie Rosado. For Glendale, it's Tewsbury, Rosado, Yazzie, Van Dyke, and Hines. As for Pima, it's Urenda, Waugh, Hunt, Land, and Ivy as this one is stolen away. All the way around the horn, Martin with a stutter step inside and one. Well, that mountain is getting a little bit smaller for Glendale. With back-to-back possessions and a quick mini 4-0 run, a chance to make it 5 with Laura Yazzie at the charity stripe. But she doesn't get the and one to fall. Land gets the rebound. Some miscommunication, but Ivy able to collect. She Euro steps her way in and then forces the ball back outside. Urenda 3, left short. Hunt gets the rebound though. Back outside is Urenda. Land, too strong on the finish. Waugh gets the rebound and floats it through. (61-41) the score. And a foul off the ball against Ivy. In fact, it goes against Land. She was a little too aggressive on Yazzie, who was trying to get open. And a big group substitution for Pima. Rain Waugh, the only one to stay out there for the Aztecs. In comes Malicia Nelson, Lucy Fisher, Kylie Sowers-Miller, and Adaya Chi. Fisher playing with 4 fouls, has to be careful after this three-pointer doesn't go for Yazzie. Waugh. All the way around again. Nelson. Stop, pops, and drops it down. Shooter's touch on the mid-range jumper from Malicia Nelson. Lead back up to the largest of the game, 22. 8 minutes to play. Nelson. Some good defense forces Hines back. Shot clock winds down to 5. Van Dyke for 3. Off the heel, rebound Fisher. Nelson has Waugh to her left. She'll keep it herself for now. Nice pass, Sowers-Miller, easy as you like. Pima's really at its best, in my opinion, when they're in transition with Nelson at the helm. She can really go left, right, or keep it herself. You never know what's going to happen as Fisher sends that one away. But Glendale will keep it. Because Nelson, even if she's looking left, she could go right or vice versa. Fisher fouls, and that will do it for her afternoon on the hardwood. Jolie Nelson comes in to replace Fisher. Three team fouls against Pima in 3 minutes here in the fourth. Things could start to pile up and allow Glendale to shoot some free throws. And this is the most amount of points given up by Mesa this season. Before that, most amount of points given up by Glendale this season because they gave up 62 to Mesa. Now they've given up 65 to Pima. 7 minutes to play. Van Dyke's pass ends up out of play. Sowers Miller down low. Nelson gets the assist. 67-41. Stolen away, or given up, I should say, by Glendale. And Nelson needs one more assist for the triple-double. Here she is. On the left, doesn't go. And away it comes for Glendale. Adiachi ends up in the seats. And somebody's soda looked like might have spilled into the bleachers. That's unfortunate. It's part of the hazards of sitting courtside. You're going to be hit by flying objects, and sometimes those objects are man-made. Inside, floater drops down from Barcelo. Nelson, inside, Sowers Miller, beautiful pass, and there is the triple-double. Back-to-back triple-doubles for Malicia Nelson. She's definitely going to be the ACC Player of the Week. Maybe even National Player of the Week. She's got my vote. Long three doesn't fall for Yazzie. Bodies hit the deck. Timeout called for Glendale, and that will inflate into the media timeout. 69-43, 5:17 to go on the Aztec Sports Network.
Chuck Wagon here, and football's hard. But finding your next vehicle at Chapman Automotive is easy. We've got 7 brands across 9 locations and hundreds of vehicles to choose from. Chapman Automotive. Come visit us today or check us out online at ChapmanTucson.com. Want to chill right here for a second.
$69-43 the score. The number 6 team in the country, showing why they are the number 6 team in the JUCO rankings. 5:17 to play. Pima struggled out of the gates in the first quarter on defense. Glendale scored quite a bit of points in that opening quarter. Shot the ball well as to go along with it. 46% did Glendale. It was 24-19 after the first 10 minutes, and here we are with another assist from Nelson. .4:30 to play. Glendale look to build some momentum heading into their next matchup against Navajo Technical, which will be back at home for the Gauchos. As Nelson just inside the arc, gets her own miss, floats it back up and through. Malicia Nelson, legacy week. Well, this won't be forgotten anytime soon. Nice pass down low, and the Bunnies converted by Gloria Hines. Van Dyke with the assist. Rebound, Sowers Miller. She gets the rebound. Waugh back out for three. Off back iron. She gets another offensive board. Sowers Miller floats it up, left it short this time. 3:30 to play. Pima still up by a comfortable margin. Euro step move by Van Dyke is called a foul, and Glendale have not committed a personal foul in this period. Meanwhile, Pima has committed 4, so the next one will result in free throws for the Gauchos. All 5 players that were out there for Pima are no longer there. Gabriela Sanchez, Tegan Martin, Kalia Gonzalez, Joy Hunt, and Nevaeh Urenda, the 5 for the Aztecs. Three minutes to play. Madden extends, but can't cash in. Urenda's pass down low to Sanchez. Turnaround floater is good. Fight for possession, jump ball. Possession arrow gives it right back to the Aztecs. Sanchez works down low, nice pass, is tipped though, and another jump ball. No, they'll call it a foul. It'll be a foul, so Glendale go the opposite direction to shoot 2 free throws.
Two shots for number 32.
2:16 to play. 2 free throws from Akasha Perpich. She knocks down the first. Perpich, a 5'8" sophomore from Peoria, Arizona. This is the first couple of minutes she's gotten in the ball game as she can't get the second to go. Gonzalez, baseline, dribble drive, loses out on the pass. Around the perimeter, sets up a 3-point shot, doesn't fall for Hines, and Pima will come the opposite direction. Gonzalez back outside. Martin for three. Another jump ball. Glendale will keep it, though, as Alana Rogers, the 6-foot sophomore from Denver, able to get up and clear the boards. And a travel called against Perpich. So the trend will continue that Glendale has not beaten Pima for yet another game. As we mentioned, the last time Glendale beat Pima was January 31st of 2018. 1:10 to play. Urenda rattles one through. Fight for possession. Jump ball. Possession arrow, Pima.
Jump ball. Outstanding possession. Aztecs ball.
Urenda has her pocket picked from behind by Tewsbury. 10 seconds separate the shot clock and the game clock. And a foul called by Urenda will result in free throws for Adelea Madden. First one is good. Second one flushed through as well. Now just 2 seconds separate the two timers. Gonzalez in. Doesn't fall, and now the shot clock is officially retired for the game. Perpich for three, way too strong, and a foul called against Tegan Martin. So Glendale have a chance to cut the deficit down from 30 into the 20s with two free throws incoming. First one doesn't go, so this one will be the only opportunity to get it down to 20s, into the 20s, the deficit. Second one for Madden is good, and that is how things will end. 78-49, Pima comes out on top over the Glendale Gauchos. What's next for both teams? For Glendale, they'll be back at home against Navajo Technical, and they fall to 5-5 and 1-3 on the year. As for Pima, their next game will be up at Scottsdale on Wednesday, December 17th. That game tips off at 5:30. The Aztecs improved to 9-2 on the year and 3-0 in conference play. Before signing off, wanted to say thank you to everyone involved in this broadcast. First, I'd like to thank Sports Information Director Raymond Suarez for providing me with stats, rosters, and everything in between. And that actually reminds me, let's take a look at the final stats of this one. Leading all scorers, Kylie Sowers-Miller with 21 points. And Nelson behind her with 17 and a triple-double, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists to go along with 3 steals. She should be National Player of the Week. She should also be Conference Player of the Week. We'll notify you on that. So again, thank you to Raymond Suarez for providing me with stats, rosters, and everything in between so that I could relay that to you on today's broadcast. Once again, your final score, Pima 78, Glendale 49. I'm Ryan Sirk saying so long and see you next.
Aztec fans, with about 21 minutes until tip-off for the men's game. Now the perfect time to make your way to the Aztec snack bar. And this time, with cheese and jalapenos, followed by a freshly popped bags of popcorn.